Loader, your things happening today. Oil's good. We got a lot going on. We got Curtis's nice truck on the seed tender, filling up Pat with seed. Nathan's gonna get planting some beans. I'm gonna get spraying, and Curtis is gonna get field cultivating, and my dad's just gonna be running people around, because you always need a gopher. Stinking humid today. Curtis is getting this ready. So we got our new tender system set up. Got the old 99 classic Century Class Freightliner, and we got a ball adapter kind of on the fifth wheel. It's sketchy to say the least, but it'll work for now. We got a new part coming on Friday. We're going to replace the actual gooseneck itself with the fifth wheel, but now we just got an adapter to stick it in the fifth wheel. So I need to go ahead and stick this thing over on the water because I still need water. Listen to that turbo whine. Let's go over and fill up. Go fill this unit up. Got a bloody nose. It might be too hot. It's hot out.
Okay, we got both planters about ready to hit the fields. Pat, Nathan, bean planter, corn planter. Get them both going. Curtis on finisher. Nathan's got to fuel up, and we're going to rock and roll. A lot of stuff going on here, a lot of stuff going on.
Sorry, I've been having to focus because I've been getting a bloody nose and don't know why. Might have to start taking my allergy medicine.
Okay, there's Pat down there. I gotta go up and help Nathan do something to the bean planter. The dust is rolling. The big case 1245 bean planter. City of Preston way over there. You see the water tower? It's hot out, it's humid. I'm sweating.
Bean planter's loaded for bear. Hammer down. Oh, there's the bud man.
Getting her out, ready to plant. Ron's over spraying right here. Nathan, Ronald, Pat. Curtis is out finishing somewhere, so a little breezy out, but it's working. Going down. Going down.
One whole spin, so yeah. Well, we were.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm new at this.
Start from the bottom. Yep, and then other way. There you go.
Huh.
Turn the vacuums on. Open this. Make sure we're getting seed back here.
On all of them?
Well, if one comes, they all should.
Okay. Okay, he said he's going to turn the vacuum on and it should pump seed up in and fill this up. So we'll see what happens. There she goes. Nothing yet. Seed in every one of them. Looks good.
I think we're ready.
So Nathan's having a little bit of trouble. I'm going to go help him out real quick, but you can kind of see how these weeds are actually yellowing up and they're dying. That's good. I just put a little bit of 2,4-D on to clean out my boom in this video right here. down. So that's what you want.
I don't know what they're talking about in there, but I think Nathan had a couple questions on something. I don't know. It's all mumbo jumbo to me. I'm just a gopher, but man's the gopher. That's what he is. He just goes for this, goes for that.
That was quick and easy. It's hard to see through the boom, but Pat's down there slamming corn in. Nathan's just getting started. So the plan for today is we are just gonna focus whole ahead 100% on planting. So for soybeans, we need to spray in front. That's what I'm doing, and then we'll plant beans. And for corn, we need to work ground in front. All of our fertilizer is on for the most part. We have a day of nitrogen left, or of anhydrous to put on, but we're gonna wait until tomorrow when we have help. Curtis needs to be working ground today to stay ahead of Pat, so we're running out of bodies if we did that. If we didn't, if we went and did anhydrous today, we'd be running out of bodies.
2022 bean planting season just about ready to begin. Arms coming out for the marker. Here he goes again. Take two. Round two, take two. He just gave me a thumbs up, so everything's running good now. Okay, everything's good, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go back and hopefully eat lunch, and then I'm gonna run down to the long farm so we can spray down there. So we grab this lick tub first, though, I guess.
Time for some grub. Talk about front row parking. All right, you guys have two options. Did my grandma punch me in the face, or am I sick of my bloody nose? Yeah, definitely the latter. For some reason, I don't know, it's just the change of weather. Like, it's 90 degrees and humid out. It's summer weather today, and my nose is just not liking it. So I don't know what the deal is.
He goes,
I got you on Hartung Family Farms now, you know that.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Talk a little bit about Cody. You know it's not good, so I gotta shut this off so he can really tell me about Cody.
That's not cool. And I'm downwind. Oh. Oh, wow. That's bad. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Wow. Holy crap. And that's why anhydrous is dangerous. I don't know what the deal with that is, but something just happened with that tank. So that stuff, oh. So I have no idea what just happened, but for some reason a valve opened on that tank and it's leaking anhydrous everywhere. And I can't do anything because, so anhydrous, it will kill you. It will literally suck the oxygen right out of your lungs. And it was blowing right downwind right at that sprayer. What timing. So I just had to run and go get gloves. But for some reason this valve opened. Yeah, I don't like that. Definitely do not like that. That was weird. Guys, I kid you not, that could have been very dangerous. If I was not paying attention, that plume of gas could have came right up on me and I would have had nowhere to go because I would have been right in the wind tunnel. So really, really, really got to be careful. I'm going to set the camera down. I'm going to go take care of that tank and bring it back just so it's not sitting here. Wow, that could have been very, very bad.
Just getting going now. I'm switched her over. This was on the toolbar. We got rid of that this morning. Switched over the soil finisher. We're doing it down here across from Dad's house, the bean stubble. Working it up. Just about lunchtime. Got some potatoes, some pork, green beans. Can't go wrong. So we'll be at this field and then we got to go down to Goose Lake and do that bean stubble down there. And then we'll come back, jump in the cat, and field cultivate this piece right over here that's already chiseled. So keep Dad a rolling. Nathan just hopped on the bean planter too, so they're both planting, so keep going.
Slamming in the beans. That's what I like to see. My sprayer thinks I'm driving sideways. I'd like to see how that's possible. Case GPS is very frustrating at times. After about a 5-minute delay, we're ready to roll. Again, apologize for this. But, so what I'm doing is I am applying chemicals. I'm applying herbicide, which is basically killing off all of the invasive species that are growing in our field. So I have 2 modes of action. I am targeting weeds that are already up, which is like that stuff right there, these broadleaves. I'm targeting both grasses and broadleaves. Grasses are getting killed by Roundup. The broadleaves are getting killed by my sulfentrazone and my 2,4-D. But I'm also laying down a residual. So weeds that aren't quite coming up yet, this is basically laying a mat or a blanket, which is going to make it really hard for weeds to come up next time, come up through this stuff. So what I basically mean by that is the weeds that aren't up yet, this is basically leaving a mat or a residual down that makes it hard or impossible for new weeds to grow. That gives our soybeans, which will come in here and get planted in the next probably 5 days or so, that'll give them a head start so that just the soybeans will grow and not the weeds, because the soybeans are actually resistant to the chemical in here. Clear as mud. Beans are getting slammed in. I love it. That field right past my aunt's house, second field we planted corn. And I know you guys can't see it, so I'm not going to show it, but I see Pat actually planting the field that I worked last night. Awesome, we're really making progress. Hope by the end of the day we'll have 250 acres of corn planted and 70 acres of beans. We'll see.
Well, I'm just waiting for Ron to get done spraying up there, so then we head down to Longs, but thought I'd come look at the cows. Looks like Pat got this field done over here. That's worked up. This first one right here is not worked up. Looks like he's folding up to go on to the next field. Okay, there goes Pat. I just dropped him off. He is going to go down to across from his house and get some more planting done. So I got to run down to Longs right now to get Ronald, so he can come back up and get the sprayer. So everybody's doing something.
So to avoid sitting for like 15 minutes when I get back, I'm actually going to leave the sprayer running, because I'm actually going to take this semi down to our next field. So it's actually kind of cool. I haven't driven this truck in a couple years. Looking forward to it. Let's get going. Do a quick walk around of the thing. Let's get going. Let's go. I gotta take my time because this thing, like I said, it's not the most stable in the world. And I got time. There's no need to rush. So let's go. That big cloud of dust right there is Curtis. Just getting up here to the Long Farm, and I'm looking to the west. It looks dark. We gonna get some storms tonight? We might.
Okay, we made it down to the Long Farm. Ron had a bloody nose. He got a Kleenex or something in his snoot. New trailer, hauled with the semi that we haven't drove in a while. He's gonna hook the water up, so he's got about 800 gallon in there now. Time he gets back, hopefully it'll be about 1,200. He'll bring the sprayer down here, and then he will start spraying fields. I'm gonna head back and do a couple things at the farm, then I gotta head up. My wife has a concert tonight in Dubuque.
Well, everything made it. That's a plus. Nothing broke. That's good. I'm gonna back it up, put the hydrant in, and then we can head out.
I don't know. Why don't you finish up the 2.6 number up there to kind of compare, see how they look together side by side.
So I'm gonna go ahead and load up the seed tender for Nathan. So we got that seed tender for beans. I'm gonna put 1 box of beans on there so that way he can be ready to go when he needs it before I head south, because I'm gonna be out by myself for a while. So I gotta find a ball. So these are all our beans. We have a couple different types and 2 chemical groups. The pink are our XtendiMax soybeans, and our kind of neon is our Enlist soybeans. Basically, if you spray Enlist on the XtendiMax, it'll kill it. If you spray Dicam or Liberty on the Enlist, it'll kill it. So we got to make sure we keep these separate. And we have a couple different versions. We have a 2630, 2830, 3030, I believe, somewhere. But basically, the first 2 numbers is the group that it's in. So group 2.6, so it's a longer group 2. So the bigger number it is, the longer it takes the bean to mature. So I'm gonna put on a 2630 E3.
Well, Dad's back there behind me. He's checking for a leak. There's an oil leak that he's got to watch over here at Freddy's. It's going pretty well though, he said. He said it's going along pretty nice. Working pretty nice besides this little leak that we got. So that's why I'm in the driver's seat right now. Otherwise I get kicked out of this thing. Oh well, gotta keep them running.
Our jack's already raised up, so we need to get the skid loader in and bring this up, raise it up, because we're about 2 inches shy here. Always got to improvise here.
Knock what down?
On the ball.
I think so. Well, that sucks. It's the first GoPro I've ever actually ruined. Oh well. No sense crying over spilt milk.
Well, we got an O-ring out on a cylinder here. Just gonna take the cylinder light off. O-ring was completely blown out.
Southbound and down. Curtis is just starting this field here. He's really got to move all the mail so he can get ahead of Pat. Aw, I'm sad about that. So it looks like I'm recording on my cell phone for the rest of the day because I loaned out all my GoPros. And I think we're going pretty good. We're this on Smith North Farm. This is our second year farming this. This is Nathan's piece. We're gonna make that corn, so 20 acres there. This beans, there's about 40 acres of beans here, and then there's about 140 acres of corn on that side of the road. About 200 acres of crops total here, if my math adds up. Ooh, I'm smelling this. Smelt this a lot before I saw it. Got a drag line going, pumping in liquid manure. Camera does not do it justice, but these are some hecka large hills. Hey baby, did you miss me too? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, card to this video where I took this highway, divided the highway with the manure spreader. Well, now I'm doing it in the sprayer. Gonna go spray that field where we hauled manure. What's gonna be beans here soon. So every time I pull into a new field, I gotta change my name. That'll pull up the actual boundary. Whoops. Kind of see there's the boundary that I got. It'll pull in my GPS lines as well. Then I gotta unfold the boom, start the pump up, get my auto boom working, which is basically my auto height sensors. I got 5 sensors across this boom. Get the iPad set up. Now we're ready to roll. Ooh, I haven't been outside in a little bit. It's still hot. So I noticed when I was noticing some dripping coming down. I'm guessing I had a hose kind of get messed up. Hose get knocked off and it's kind of basically impeding the pattern. What I mean by that is I saw some really large droplets instead of the nice fine spray, which is what we want coming out of here. This was kind of getting in the way. Don't want that. So I need to zip tie that or something. Well, that's where it was. It's for the foamer. I doubt it'll stay, but let me try it. Perfect. I'll just do a quick walk around while I'm out here. See if I notice anything goofy. Besides all the leaky poppets. Everything looks good. Now this is the fun part. Half-mile long rows, 17 mile an hour, cruising, 200 acres an hour, 210. So right here is where we hauled that manure. The thing about manure is there's always going to be more weeds where you haul your manure, because, you know, cattle, they eat all sorts of grasses and who knows what else. So they're always gonna, you know, excrete that out, and when you excrete it out, you want to spread it because that's good fertilizer. And yeah, so that's why it's always good to have a nice dosage here. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna go. We're still rolling pretty strong. Haven't been filming a lot because it's very cumbersome to film with my phone. I don't know how Mike Mitchell does it, but just about done with this other farm. This is be farm number 5 for me today. It's pretty good. I've done about 175 acres so far. Not bad. Especially considering I move around a lot. Like, I have to basically fill up, drive 10 miles, empty it out, drive 10 miles back. It's kind of a pain in the neck, but it is what it is. This stuff is nasty here. It's just steep, choppy, waterways everywhere. No fun. Just slowly making my way through. This is where that automatic shutoff makes its money. If I would have to outline every single one of these, man, this would take forever. This little 3-acre piece would take an hour. Starting to get dark on me. Got about, well, 20 or so acres left in my tank, then I'm gonna call her a night. Well, everyone else around me has lost, so therefore I need a seat. So I won the light game. Nice. And when I say everyone around me has lost, no one. I mean, if you don't play against anybody, can you lose? But can you also win?
Well, haven't done much videotaping for bean planting 22 because we've had problems. Like now. It says trans oil temp high. They've been working on it, trying to figure it out, but they can't get nothing to work or figure it out on it, keep it cool. Granted, it's hot. Today it was like 100 degrees, that don't help. Shouldn't happen. Should stay like at 170, 180. Instead, it's running upwards of 230, 240, which is way too hot. Tractor shuts itself off at 251. That has already happened to me. Got about, on the season after today, about 150 acres in. And hopefully, after tomorrow, sounds like there's a chance of rain. Hopefully after tomorrow we'll have about 300 acres in. We'll be about half done with beans. We ain't got many beans this year, a whole lot more corn, surprisingly, with the price of everything, but corn is king. We're going with a lot more corn.
Ah, poop. I literally, so it says I have 5 acres left. I actually have like a half an acre. Literally right like that. And I'm out. But, good amount done, that's for sure. Let's drive her home. Just finishing up. Got another field worked in front of the planter.
Pulled it back to the yard tonight. It's about midnight. Because that thing is going to the shop. It's going to the implement dealer and they're going to work on it. They're going to bring us out a different Magnum first thing in the morning. Hopefully.
Just got done eating a delicious dinner from Grandma with made rights and potato chips. And I got an update for you guys. We had a pretty bad day. I had a phenomenal day. I had 250 acres sprayed. Other than the fact that I lost my GoPro, or I crushed my GoPro, which was the only downside of the day. Other than that, it was pretty good. Nathan, not good. That tractor, transmission issues, just like it had last year. 3rd time. It's not good. Not good at all. Pat, he's not planting corn right now. Not sure why. I believe it's too wet, is what he said. And then Curtis, tire fell off the tractor. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. So I think I'm going to be shutting her down for the night here soon, but I'm hoping I can, if Nathan comes back here, I can go off and go fetch that semi. But we'll see. Bad girl. Bad.